There's so many of them that the government flies in the area with helicopters and mows them down.
I got a 9-inch hand span, it doesn't even come close.
They're an invasive species. They're introduced into Texas in the 1900s, and they got loose in 1950. The problem with the Aoudad is it competes same habitat as the desert bighorn sheep.
Okay, está bueno.
Okay, bueno.
Adios. Federales.
Yeah, the federales down there.
Yeah. Negotiating. Just another day in Texas hunting all that.
That cooking and we'll scrape it. I have a lot of people that told me that, oh, you can't eat Aoudad, it's horrible, it's tough, it's the worst flavor you'll ever taste on any wild game. I want to test it out. I'm kind of curious. I brought some backstrap home. I don't really want to flavor this up or do anything too dramatic with it. I want to throw a little steak rub on here, a little bit of salt, and throw it on the grill so I don't cover up any taste. And I just want to see what Aoudad tastes like. Okay, we're going to let that sit for a little bit.
Just getting ready to do some scouting here in a few minutes. It's going to be fun, mate.
I've known Steve-O for probably 6 or 7 years, and at ATA this year, he's like, hey, brah, I got this ranch we can go hunt Aoudad on. And I was like, sweet, okay, I'm in. He got me in touch with Quattro, who lives down there in West Texas.
It's all about the bee.
But I got some natural Kimball. It's called brown skin, mate.
Before you know it, plane tickets were booked, and we were headed to Texas for Aoudad. Now the cool thing about this hunt was it's a private ranch, it's a cattle ranch, and they don't really allow hunting, and they have a ton of Aoudad and they want to eradicate them. They're an invasive species. They're introduced into Texas in the 1900s as a zoo animal or a captive animal, and then they got loose in 1950, somewhere in the 50s, and then they started hunting them in 1960. So they've been around a long time, and they've really spread down into West Texas and farther west into New Mexico too. Ultimately, the problem with the Aoudad or the Barbary sheep is it competes the same habitat as the desert bighorn sheep. In a lot of places, especially in Texas, they're trying to reintroduce the desert bighorn, and these Barbary sheep are in the same places that they would introduce the desert bighorn. And so direct competition, and so kind of the state as a whole is you can kill as many Aoudad that you want to kill. We're gonna do some eradication on some Aoudad with bows. Well, we found some Aoudad on the hill here. Look like 7 of them. 2 or 3 decent ones, and probably, 5 smaller ones. We're just kind of watching them and seeing what their program is. They're kind of just side hill and moving across the mountain. Kind of keeping a 30,000 foot level here. We're just gonna keep watching them for a little bit, and we'll try to get closer. So we run across some Javelina. Steve-O was like, brah, go shoot those Javelina. So he hopped on the camera, and I got behind the bow. Arizona, 1 in Mexico, and 2 in Texas.
First time to Texas.
First time to Texas. Been here about 4 hours. That's another hefty pig. That's a boar. Big teeth. We had a fast start today. We were looking at Aoudad. All of a sudden, some Javelina across the road. And if you know me or if you hunt with me, you know I'm a sucker for Javelina. And Steve-O was gracious enough to let me shoot. So guess whose turn it is now? All the man behind the camera. Gave him the old slipperooski. Shot the first one with a nightfall, 2.5-inch cut. Just dropped him. Huge hole in him. Second one ran around. Double lunged him. Done, just like that. Pretty cool. Now down here in the southern portion of Texas, the limit's 2 and it's open year round. So I've been to Texas for a total of about 6 hours today and limited out for the year on Javelina. Doesn't get any better than that. Younger boars, not really worn down too much. See how their molars aren't really ground down much. They're pretty sharp molars. The adventure begins. Let's keep going and let's go hunt some Aoudad. All right.
Little lamb. Shook off.
Ouch.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's like Kiave in Hawaii. Well, we were moving down this road and I saw a body. I was like, oh, Aoudad. We glass this hill and there's like 40, 50 of them, mostly lambs and ewes. But they're jumping and running around the rocks and you can hear them just doing their thing up there. It's pretty cool to watch. So that's our mama and baby epicenter of population around here. So we'll just keep looking and hunt them tomorrow and the next day and see what we can find for big rams and anything that gets in front of us. We don't discriminate. We are equal opportunity bow hunters. This isn't gonna take very long. I got this pretty hot. I think it said it's at 250. So we're gonna do a few minutes on the one side, a few minutes on the other side. So it's just pink in the middle, is just the way we like it on wild game. The one thing you don't want to do is overcook wild game. Well, we're just covering country and glassing. We found some Aoudad up on this, yeah, actually right up on that peak behind us, right in there in the shade. So we're just gonna kind of keep track of them and watch them for a bit here and see what they do and plan a stalk.
Coming from behind just below where we saw the mule deer.
Well, 2 groups spotted now. This group up here is lambs and ewes. A couple rams in there. And they're moving hard. It's about 9:30, 10 o'clock. And they're just heading around to the shade side of the hill. We'll watch them a little bit and see where they settle, and we're going for it. All right, let's gear up, huh?
Good luck, guys.
Quattro's gonna watch from down here. Keep an eye on this other group. This is our first stalk on Aoudads. So, Steve-O gets first shot. I got my bow with me. You never know what's gonna happen, so. What you hear is true about them. They're super keen, they're super wary, they're always looking around, always watching. And it's a waiting game. I mean, if you catch them in the cliffs or some steep stuff where you can use the terrain to get close to them, I mean, that's your best bet.
The only place you're gonna find some shade is in where the yucca tree is. Look how small it is. I have to make myself look skinny. They're still around that other side, so we're good. Just stay right on this ridge and not even worry. The wind is good too.
It's not too soft. It's pretty hard right there. Definitely done. Let it set for a second. Take a look. It's a coarser fiber meat. Oh yeah, look at that. They're like cooked up, really light colored. Down the hatch. It's soft, but it is chewy. I can see why guys say, "Oh, it's so tough." It's kind of tough. Good flavor. It's not gamey. Slightly chewy. This down here is a little more rare. Yeah, that's good. You just gotta keep it rare. So I would say it's probably on the bottom of the list for big game animals that I've had. So we made our first stalk. I'm filming Steve-O, and the wind is just ripping. It's ridiculous. It's probably 40-mile-an-hour wind. But we knew it was good. We could get close, cover wind. And I don't know what happened, but it was kind of a blown stalk. They saw us. The rams ran around the cliffs, and Steve-O had already committed. He was down over the edge. And at this point, I was like, okay, blown stalk. I'm gonna run and loop around and try to cut him off. It's kind of now or never. You have a few seconds. So I run around, got lucky. They came by me. I shoot my first Aoudad. So pretty cool. Unfortunately, it was off camera.
Literally laying in the blood trail.
It's a young ram. Can only get bigger from here, I guess. But it was a tough hunt. These things are really smart. So I'll take them for sure. Gotta get him off this cliff. Day one, Aoudad down. We're struggling. We spooked the first couple herds, and then they're off the property. This place is only 9,000 acres. We don't have access to the surrounding ranches. Super handy to have Onyx hunt in a situation like that, whether it's public or in our case, completely private. Super handy so we didn't get in trouble.
Found some Aoudad this morning. We caught a glimpse of them up on this same hill. Up, where is it? Right there. Saw a few just right up on the edge of that hill where they were the first day. So they finally moved back in there, 4 days later after we spooked them. So we're gonna have a play today, which is good. So we're just gonna kind of watch them and see where they go and see if we can't just keep a beat on them and maybe let them settle in for the morning and lay down, and then we'll go make a stalk. Nice to have at least a 15-mile-an-hour wind, because that slope, lots of loose rock, and it's pretty noisy, so a lot of factors involved.
That backside is like a sheer face too, or on the back, so getting up there near the skyline, we're gonna need some of that wind. Luckily today it's changing. It came out of the southwest. The other day it was going this way and the wind was wrapping around right off that top, so I think we have a better chance today.
See any of them?
They're right around the edge.
It came down to the end of the hunt. I said, Steve-O, I really want you to get an Aoudad. We only have a couple days left. Let's bust out the rifle. And it's kind of against both of our religions. Steve-O's hardcore bow hunter. I'm a hardcore bow hunter. But he was like, all right, for some footage, we'll get some kills with the 6.5 Creedmoor.
I see at least 20.
Yeah. They're on the road.
Well, we're hiking up here, and we look down below, and there's freaking Aoudad coming up below us. Now they're running.
we're sitting on this bluff and these Aoudad come to us from the back door. And they weren't even the Aoudad that we were stalking in the first place.
They might go right on that peak and stay on that other side of that shade.
Yeah, no kidding. That'd be our luck. You just wait them out, though.
So I was like, Steve-O, we're in a golden spot, dude. Let's just sit here, and these suckers are gonna come up to us.
Wow. There's a real hooker in the back. I don't know if it's a ram, but really long horns. If you want, you can come my direction or just ease down.
If China invaded us, I'd want Steve-O in my platoon because the guy can work a rifle.
Yeah, whenever you are. Got him. I'm reading 230. Reload, you get him hard. There you go, you hit him, he's down. Did this first one finally go down?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fell. I don't see him.
You can tell that a guy knows a rifle when before the recoil and the sound of the shot echoing is over, before that's over, he's sending another one in the chamber. Awesome job, buddy.
The wind is kind of strong right there, so I just added just a hair past his spine and down. Right there.
And that's close. It's like 220, I think, right there.
Yeah. This savage is accurate, so you put it right there. It's going there.
How big the body?
Yeah, that's a good one, dude.
I got a 9-inch hand span. It doesn't even come close.
Hardcore bow guys, but we're on this place to do some eradication. So Steve-O behind the trigger, pretty good ambush spot up there. Made a couple good shots. Couldn't really play it out any better. So
No, they actually worked their way toward us from about a mile away. So
yep,
it was just about being patient. It took us forever. By the time they came to us, we were pretty much well done, roasted.
yeah,
I just got browner. Dan got redder.
exactly. Gonna make the rancher happy, and we had a lot of fun doing it. So you just can't plan this stuff out, can you?
No, we're not sitting behind a feeder. We're not sitting by a water hole. We are hiking our butts off in almost 100-degree weather. So
Yeah.
it takes some effort, but
Okay, we're gonna cut some meat off these stinky old buggers and pack them down to the truck and go find some more or take the rest of the day off, maybe, who knows.
let's jump in the swimming pool.
Oh, that's what we need to do. We're going
We're
swimming.
going swimming.
We're
Let's
going
jump in the
swimming.
pool.
What am I thinking? We put our work in for the day.
I'm done for this. Let's go jump in the pool and chill. I miss the ocean. We're far from the ocean. I miss the ocean.
This is as good as we're gonna get for our ocean in the middle of Texas.
Yeah,
I can tell you
yeah.
that. Beyond the grid, baby. Appreciate it, Steve-O.
Aloha, gang.
Here we go. Oh, shoot. That was over the hat, Steve-O.
Dude, we're gonna be rich. Look what I found.
That just looks like a basic rock that looks like a turd.
Bruh, I found diamonds. What? We gonna be rich.
Geo action.
Wow,
cool, huh?
gonna be rich.